What up, guys? It's Parker with the Social Anxiety Remedy, and today we're going to start taking inventory on what it is that we are feeding our brains. So like always, guys, make sure you go in the description below and join our Facebook group, join our support community, get all the free training below, the workshop and whatnot. And actually, the main reason for making this video on this topic is because that workshop that I've talked about that we did, that's like a 2-hour super in-depth workshop that goes over the entirety of the remedy in more condensed version that's easier to see with like slides and whatnot. I got this email from a dude that was kind of arguing with something that I had said in there. And I only spent like 3 seconds talking about this and saying this quote. And I said the quote, "Everything popular is wrong." Okay. And so I didn't really go extremely deep into this, but this actually really triggered one of the guys that watched it and tried to have a full-on debate with me and whatnot. And so I kind of wanted to make a video on that because I could probably talk about this for just hours and hours, placing my opinions on it and stuff. But I want to kind of make a little condensed response to that. Because I think it's really interesting. Everything popular is wrong, right? It's such a bold and out there statement. I have a couple bold out there statements that I want to make in this video as well. So make sure you stay until the end and you kind of hear those. But anyways, what I wanted to really like place in front of you is just that, that idea. Okay, everything popular is wrong. Okay, think about it. What is the first thing that popped in your head right when you heard that? Was it just like a response of like, no, that's wrong, no, that's not right? Maybe it was. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I've heard you say that before, and you gave a good response to and good reasoning as to why you said that. So I kind of starting to understand. But for any of you guys that have not heard me say that before, the reason I say this is because if you just break it down extremely logically, okay, that's what I love to do in these podcasts. I love to break things down logically. Okay, give you the logical reason behind something, behind why something is true, behind why something works, and then I like to give you guys those tools that work. Okay, I think that's kind of like a very good balance between the two, right? So everything popular is wrong. Just think about it really quick. The things that we're told when it comes to being happy, okay, when it comes to living the life that we want to live, when it comes to overcoming social anxiety or just any mental health in general, there's a lot of popular things out there, okay? I'm not going to mention all of them, whether it's from the media, mainstream media, whether it's from social media, whether it's from like those bloggers out there, whether it's from people trying to sell you shit on Instagram ads, right? Everything out there popular is wrong. And so start thinking critically for yourself. Okay, start trying to have your own opinions for it. Is that true? Is that false? My standing with it is everything popular is wrong, because if it was right, our society would just be a perfect society. We'd all just have people everywhere doing the things that they want to do, embodying that character that we talk about all the time. If you've listened to this podcast that I talk about, okay, becoming that person. If everything popular was right, 90% of the world wouldn't be unhappy. They wouldn't not have the things that they want in their life, right? So you have to start taking inventory for yourself. So look at yourself right now, and you have to be completely honest with yourself. If you've gone through my communication skills training, you know one of the top high status communication skills is truth. Okay, not just being truthful to others, but being truthful to yourself and starting to recognize the rationalities that you place in your mind for things to be a lot easier in your life. So start really taking notice of that. Okay, is everything popular wrong? Is all these things that you've been told to do for your social anxiety, is it right or is it wrong? Like really ask yourself, when you've done it, has it made you feel better? Has it made you feel worse? Or has it made you feel the same? Okay, you really have to ask yourself, and you have to start being honest with yourself as well. And not only has it worked a couple of times, maybe you began meditating a little bit, like 15 minutes one time, and you're like, wow, that actually felt something. I felt a difference. I felt good, but you never stuck with it. So not only do you have to ask yourself, is it right? But is it something that I can actually stick with so I can have a gradual and constant effort? Because repetition is the way that we're actually going to succeed in overcoming social anxiety, okay, and becoming that person that we want to be. You have to stick with it. So are a lot of these things that you're doing, are you able to stick with that? Okay, if not, I'd argue that all those things are not going to work for you. Okay, so that's what this podcast is about. That's what these next 2 videos are going to be about, giving you those tools that work, right? That might not be popular, that might be weird as hell. Like EFT tapping, bioenergetics, like learning about the subconscious, right? It's fucking, that shit's weird, right? It's super weird. And maybe if you told your friends about this kind of stuff, like they would not understand it at all. Okay, but you want to know what's even weirder than learning all of this stuff? Okay, what's even weirder than that is being that socially awkward person that can't communicate with other people and can't live the life that they want to live. Okay, and that was me. Okay, that was me, and I never looked at it that way until I was out of that paradigm. And so that's what I'm trying to tell you right now, why it is so important. Okay, like I say this all the time. Like, I don't give a shit if the things that I do is weird, as long as it gets results and as long as I'm able to produce and become the, becoming self that I want to be in 90 days, right? Because I'm going to look back at it, I'm going to say, wow, I just did that hard thing, I just did that weird thing, and I'm so grateful because now, that stuff, that shit, that doesn't feel hard to me anymore. Okay, so we all kind of have this screen, okay, this like thing that's in our like eyesight, in our vision, okay, that's like blocking us. It's that dark force holding us back, right? And it's just it's like distorting our perception of the world. Okay, whether it's you want to do something that you want to do, whether it's, you want to start communicating, you want to start traveling, you want to start hanging out with new people, making connections with others. You feel like you have this screen just like blocking you, and you have the option, like you have the ability to really take that screen and rip it off you, right? But it's like you can't for some reason. Okay, you can, but you don't. Okay, and that's what that dark force holding you back is. And one of the reasons for that is because of the things that we're actually feeding our brain. Okay, the things that we're feeding our brain. So I'm going to get into that in a second. But one of the core concepts I want to start to put out right now is thinking about how kind of culturally at the moment, we've kind of made it cool to be unhappy. Okay, have you guys started to notice that? How everything out there, like it's kind of cool to be unhappy, and we really need to change this. And with, being quarantined, right, with the pandemic going on, with everything that's happened in the world the past, I guess, year at this point, a lot of people are starting to make changes. A lot of people are starting to make shifts, and they're starting to realize like what it is that they really want in their life. So because of that, okay, I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter. Because of that, guys, I want you guys to start thinking critically. Okay, start looking at all of the things. I'm not going to name them. Okay, you can figure them out on your own. All of the popular things that everybody tells you to do to be happy. Okay, to start living the life that you want to be. To start embodying that new character, that new person. Okay, start like trying to figure those out. Start trying to notice them. Okay, the popular ones, and ask yourself. Okay, really ask yourself by being extremely honest. Okay, by looking past the biases of yourself and what you want to believe, but honestly ask yourself, A, have these things worked for me? Okay, am I actually getting better? Is my social anxiety getting better? Right? Is my confidence increasing? Am I starting to be able to feel comfortable around others? Is this increasing? Okay, or is it not? And have I been able to stay with it? And if both of those answers are no, then you need to start checking yourself, and you need to start figuring out what it is that you're feeding your brain. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to get into. So if you really want to understand the things that are feeding your brain, that are causing you to feel anxious in social interactions and social situations right now, okay, you're literally going to feed within your brain, the next 24 hours of your day. If you guys want to understand what those exact things are, okay, then make sure you subscribe to this podcast, or maybe you're watching on the YouTube video. Okay, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, turn bell notifications on, guys, because tomorrow I'm going to be giving you the exact things that you are feeding and putting into your brain right now, okay, at this moment, that's holding you back so much and causing you to feel anxious in these social situations. All right, guys, so stay tuned for that video. Make sure you guys go below this video and click all the links for the trainings and whatnot, and I will see you in tomorrow's. Peace.